What's going on? It's a beautiful day out here. You see the title. That's how I feel today. Reports are saying Big Meech had his motion approved to come home early. This is what the reports are saying. They've been saying this for a while now, right? But this is what the reports are telling us. He's scheduled for early release sometime next year. My question to the people is, what happens when Big Meech comes home? I mean, somebody explain to me, dog. So what, dog? So what? Big Meech is coming. Hey, man, I'm not gonna say black people. I'm gonna say the underclass of the culture, the underclass, the underbelly of the black culture are, I don't know the word, man. The word might be, I wanna be respectful. I'm gonna say immature, all right? And I'm gonna say lost. I'm gonna say lost. You got grown men out here, happy. Grown men that don't know Big Meech. They happy. They are happy that Big Meech is gonna be free. And I just want to ask those people, what next? Big Meech comes home and then what? What happens? Do y'all know? I want to ask y'all a question. Okay, besides the glitz and the glamour, right? Do y'all know what BMF is responsible for? They weren't a violent crew. BMF was not a violent crew. But do you know how much drugs they put on the streets of America in black neighborhoods? Do y'all understand? How do y'all even care? Do you even care how the amount of drugs that they put in black communities? They weren't serving the white communities. They were serving black communities all across America. Do y'all understand the destruction that came from that directly and indirectly? So my question, what's up, big dog? It's a beautiful day out here, man. Look, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Check me out. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. We out here, man. But back to what I was saying. The amount of kilos and grams that were flooded into these black neighborhoods by Big Meech and BMF. I'm trying to figure out how the underclass, not all black folks, the underclass of the black community held this man as a hero of some sort. I know Blue Da Vinci, his right-hand man. I've done business with Blue Da Vinci, okay? Now, yes, when they came, when we all saw Big Meech and BMF, it was some allure to it. It was some glory to it. It looked cool. It looked, yeah, they doing it. They doing it. I was about 25 when I first seen, when I first got a whiff of BMF. Smack DVD, the Raw Report. I saw these black men on screen that were telling us that they were drug dealers, right? They told us that they was drug dealers. They told us that they sold drugs, right? And, my first reaction was, this nigga's going to jail. He's going to jail, dog. He's telling on himself, right? So, when they got busted, it was no surprise. You dig? We knew that man was going to jail, and everybody affiliated was going to prison. And that's what happened. So, fast forward, you got grown men out here, grown, because the youngins really don't care. The young cats, they don't care about Big Meech coming home. Most of them don't know the story, right? But you got grown men my age that's happy and posting, oh yeah, Big Meech. So what, dog? What is that going to do for you and your family when Big Meech comes home? I hate to be that guy. I just want to know. Somebody tell me why you're so happy. I understand his son being happy. I understand his mother being happy. I understand Southwest T, his brother. Maybe he's happy. I don't know. They didn't get along. Uh, Southwest T was caught on wiretap, which basically sealed the fate of Big Meech. I don't think Big Meech didn't get caught with any drugs. Uh, the wiretap that his brother got caught on is really what put him in the penitentiary. Um, but I can understand his family being happy for him to be home. But ordinary Joe Schmo, people that live in Wisconsin, hell, people that live in Maryland, what are y'all so excited for, dog? He's talentless. He doesn't have any talent. He sold drugs, dog. That's it. So when he comes home, what's going to change in the black community? What's going to change in y'all life? He's not sending any type of message to the streets about, anything positive that I've seen. He hasn't told kids don't sell drugs. He hasn't told nobody, nothing uplifting, don't come in here. He's just been, showing how big and buff he is and how glorious that his ride in prison is, right? Or whatever the case may be. I feel like, man, a lot of not the black, not the whole community, because I don't like when people do that. But a lot of people, man, a lot of grown men, uh, they really have an issue with glorifying street villains, uh, people who meant our community no good, people who killed, sold drugs, took advantage of, instilled fear. I was on a, I watched the video earlier, and they was bigging up Wayne Perry, and I noticed in D.C. or the PG DC cats, they constantly big up Silk, Wayne Perry, right? And at the same time, in the same breath, these same men will talk about being advocates for gun violence. So, which one is it, dog? Are you glorifying Wayne Perry, who did nothing but murder? I mean, all he did was murder people. He was a serial killer. Why is he important? Why are we still discussing him? Why isn't he? If you don't want the youth to be out here killing, if you want to change your city, if you want to change the lives of youth, and you don't want to glorify uh, the life of crime, why are y'all constantly talking about Wayne Perry in such a high regard? It's gonna be some people mad at me saying these things because niggas are silly, right? Niggas are real silly. So I can say something about a mass murderer who just killed black folks, and people will get mad at me, right? But I want to know, why is it that y'all feel the need to talk about these people as if they done something good in the community, for your community? And at the same time, talk about how you want to advocate to stop the violence. I'm really curious, man. I just left a comment on somebody's page because I want to know, and they'll probably get offended. That's what I do. I offend people sometimes. When we're having these conversations and we talking about these topics, man, because people have a tendency of just hearing something and not really thinking for themselves. You know what I'm saying? I think for myself, and I will question things. Uh, so yeah, man. What's going to happen with Big Meech touchdown? Uh, how many other young brothers are going to be inspired to sell drugs because he made it home, not knowing, you know, He didn't get hit, physically in possession. He did, that crew is rather unique because, normally when you are operating a drug organization, I don't want to use the wrong terminology. When you're operating a drug organization, you have to be violent. There's violence involved. Those guys didn't have to really participate in a lot of violence. And that's very unique. I will give Big Meech and BMF that. They did not have to do a lot of, uh, you know, shootings and things of that nature. There was some, but they weren't a violent street gang. They weren't a violent organization. They got money. I can't be mad at that. It's very inspirational. If you hold up, it can be inspirational. If you look at certain key parts of it, but at the end of the day, how inspirational can you be if you ended up with a 30-year sentence? I don't look up to people like that. I don't look up to the people. A lot of people in the underbelly of the community, they look up to people with 30-year sentences. They look up to people with life sentences. I don't understand it. I don't get it. A lot of these cats have never participated in any type of illegal crime or anything deep. You see what I'm saying? They don't know anybody that's locked up for life. It's nothing glorious. There's nothing glamorous about it. When you walk into that visitor center and you see these people and they have nothing, okay? They have nothing. When you walk into the visitor center with somebody with life, right? And they are so desperate just to talk to somebody, or they wish they could have a date. They just want a date, dog. And they don't have to come home. Just give me a date. Give me 40. 40 years sounds really good instead of a life sentence. You understand? There's nothing glorious about that. There's nothing stand up about that. It's nothing stand up about having to be a burden to your family because you're locked up. Now your family has to send you money. Your family has to, write you letters or on a text app. It's an inconvenience at this point. You see what I'm saying? I got 4 people that's close to me locked up right now. And it's an inconvenience. I should do a whole video on that. It's an inconvenience when I'm trying to cook dinner for my kids. I got work on the table. I'm already stressed out. I got a bunch of things to do, and I'm getting the calls from the prison, or I'm getting the text, and now I feel obligated to pick up, or I feel obligated to text back. It's nothing cool about that shit, dog. Your family does the bid with you. Your friends do the bid with you. Most of them not gonna do it. Most of them are not answering the phone. Especially if you got a life sentence. People aren't answering the phone like that, dog. You dead inside that concrete building. You basically dead. Shout out to my nephew, right? He's locked up right now. And I love my nephew, right? But he hit me the other day and he was mad because his mother is not answering the phone like that. And I had to tell him. Let me say this, dog. If you want motherfuckers to stop calling, if you want people to stop calling from jail, just tell them the truth. Just tell them the truth. They'll stop calling. He was mad because his mother wasn't really answering her phone like that, right? So I told him, I said, bro, it's real out here. We got bills, we got work, we got kids, we got things going on. Life doesn't stop because you behind the wall. You know what I'm saying? And the conversation got dry, and he said, all right, well, I'll talk to you later. And I haven't heard from him since. Oh, well. Oh, well, man. Look, I'd rather tell you the truth than, let you go on thinking that the world revolves around you, because it doesn't. If I go to jail today, man, I'm going to expect some help, right? Because I'm not out here doing crime. But if I was doing crime, I will probably still expect help, but I can't be mad when people aren't helping me because I put myself in a position, right? We have to uh, accept whatever position we put ourselves in. You dig? So, you know, life is not a game. Freedom is important. Freedom is the best. Look at this, man. Look, it's a beautiful day out here, dog. Beautiful day. I love this shit, dog. I love this shit. I'm not doing nothing illegal, dog. I'm not gonna do nothing illegal. You know what I mean? If something happens, right? If something happens, you know, I'll hold my weight like a man. I accept my consequences. You see what I'm saying? Because, you know, there's no telling what could happen. But for me to go out there and intentionally do something illegal to risk my freedom, I'm not doing it. And, you know, everybody doesn't have that mindset. It takes a lot of growing up to do. And that takes me back to my point with these so-called OGs and so-called men out here. They got a lot of growing up to do. You can't, on one hand, say you want to stop the violence. You want to preach to the youth. And then in the next sentence is, shout out to Wayne Perry or shout out to Big Meech. Because that's a contradiction. That's a contradiction. You dig? So, yeah, that's enough of me, man. Yeah, I know I like to vent on here. I hope I don't come across too negative. I'm not a negative person, but I do use this as a form of therapy sometimes, or a form of a way to get things off my chest that I think need to be talked about. Because some of this stuff nobody's talking about. If you look now, right, everybody's saying, yay, Big Meech is coming home. You won't find nobody saying, okay, he comes home and then what? Or he's coming home, so what? You won't find nobody saying, not many people saying it, at least not out loud. A lot of people might be thinking it, but they're not really saying that, right? So I feel like that message needs to be heard. Because not everybody cares about the so-called street legends and, you know, the guys that we're supposed to care about. You dig? I hope my video wasn't too loud, man. I'm out front, cars passing by. So, hey, big shout out to y'all, man. Tap back in with me. You know what I mean? Got some more content, some more topics for y'all. Leave a comment, hit the like button, and subscribe if you like. All right? Y'all have a good day. Peace.